Hey folks, Cornell here with Midlife Crits, bringing you the Protection Warrior talent tree preview, showing off any changes that have taken place in Battle for Azeroth, and also going to cover the Warmode talent system and what talents are available. So let's go ahead and just hop right in. At level 15, you have Into the Fray, Punish, and Impending Victory. Into the Fray is a passive. You gain 3% haste for each enemy or ally within 10 yards, up to a 15% haste boost. Punish, passive. Shield Slam deals 20% increased damage and reduces enemies' damage against you by 3% for 9 seconds. And Impending Victory places Victory Rush, 10 rage, melee range, instant cast with a 30-second cooldown. Instantly attack the target, causing 834 damage and healing you for 15% of your maximum health. Killing an enemy that yields experience or honor resets the cooldown on Impending Victory. In this case, I will probably take Punish for the damage reduction. And at level 30, Crackling Thunder, Bounding Stride, and Safeguard. Crackling Thunder is a passive, increases the radius of Thunderclap by 50%. Bounding Stride is a passive, reduces the cooldown on Heroic Leap by 15 seconds, and Heroic Leap now also increases your run speed by 70% for 3 seconds. And Safeguard, a passive, intercepting a friendly target now also causes 30% of their damage taken to transfer to you for 6 seconds. I will probably take Crackling Thunder. Level 45, Best Served Cold, Unstoppable Force, and a TBD talent. Best Served Cold is a passive. Revenge deals 5% damage per target hit up to 25%. Unstoppable Force, passive. Avatar increases the damage of Thunderclap by 100% and reduces its cooldown by 50%. And coming soon, passive. Despite all our rage, this talent's just not yet implemented on the page. I see what you did there, Blizzard. That is clever. I will probably take Unstoppable Force. Level 60, Indomitable, Never Surrender, and Bolster. Indomitable is a passive, increases your maximum health by 10%. Never Surrender, your block chances increase by up to 30% based upon your missing health. And Bolster, 20 rage, instant cast with a 5.5 second cooldown. Increases armor by 40% of your strength for 10 seconds. I would probably take Never Surrender. Level 75, Menace, Rumbling Earth, and Stormbolt. Menace is a passive, intimidating shout, disorients enemies for an additional 4 seconds, and it causes all enemies to cower in fear instead of fleeing. Rumbling Earth, passive. When Shockwave strikes at least 3 targets, its cooldown is reduced by 10 seconds. And Stormbolt, 20-yard range, instant cast with a 30-second cooldown, and it hurls your weapon at an enemy, causing 347 physical damage and stunning for 4 seconds. I am probably going to take Menace. Level 90, Booming Voice, Vengeance, and Devastator. Booming Voice, passive. Demoralizing Shout also generates 40 rage and increases damage you deal to affected targets by 15%. Vengeance, passive. Ignore Pain reduces the rage cost of your next revenge by 33%, and Revenge reduces the rage cost of your next Ignore Pain by 33%. And Devastator replaces Devastate. Your auto attacks deal with an additional 445 physical damage and have a 20% chance to reset the remaining cooldown on Shield Slam. I will take that. And at level 100, you have Anger Management, Heavy Repercussion, and Ravager. Anger Management, passive. Every 10 rage you spend reduces the remaining cooldown on Avatar, Last Stand, Shield Wall, and Demoralizing Shout by 1 second. Heavy Repercussions, passive. Shield Slam extends the duration of Shield Block by 1 second, and Shield Block increases the damage of Shield Slam by an additional 30%. Ravager, 40-yard range, instant cast with a 1-minute cooldown. Throws a whirling weapon at the target location that inflicts 721 damage to all enemies within 8 yards over 6.4 seconds. Also increases your parry chance by 35% for 12 seconds. in this scenario, I will probably take Anger Management. And with Warmode active being I just like adaptation. And let's see, we have Disarm, melee range, instant cast, 45-second cooldown. Disarm the enemy's weapons and shield for 4 seconds. Disarmed creatures deal significantly reduced damage. Sword and Board, passive, increases your critical strike chance of your devastate by 30%, and your shield slam deals 20% more damage while shield block is active. Bodyguard, 10-yard range, instant cast, 15-second cooldown. Protect an ally, causing 40% of all physical damage they take to be transferred to you. When the target takes physical damage, your shield slam cooldown has a 30% chance to be reset. Bodyguard is cancelled if the target is further than 15 yards from you. Lasts 1 minute. Only one target can be bodyguarded at a time. Leave no man behind. Passive. Using intercept on allies reduces all damage they receive by 90% for 2 seconds. Morale Killer. Passive. Reduces the cooldown on a Demoralizing Shout by 30 seconds, and Demoralizing Shout now reduces the damage enemies deal to all targets, not just you. That's a good one. Shield Bash. Melee range. Instant 10-second cooldown. Bash the target with your shield, dealing 6,781 physical damage and reducing their damage done by 15%. If the target is casting, the cooldown is instantly reset. Generates 3 rage. Thunderstruck, passive. Thunderclap roots all targets for 1 second. Warpath, passive. When landing with Heroic Leap, all targets are stunned for 3 seconds. Dragon Charge, instant, 20-second cooldown. Run at high speed at a distance in front of you. All enemies in your path will take 5,789 physical damage and be knocked back. Mass Spell Reflection, replace Spell Reflection. Instant cast, 30-second cooldown. Reflects all spells cast on you and on all party and raid members within 20 yards, and reduces magical damage taken by 30% for 3 seconds. Oppressor, replaces Taunt. Instant cast, 20-second cooldown. Intimidates the target, increasing their damage taken by 3% for 6 seconds. Each unique player that attacks the target increases the damage taken by an additional 3%, stacking up to 5 times. Ready for Battle, passive. Rage gained from intercept increased by 15. So, in this solo play right now, I will probably take Disarm. Morale Killer. And, Thunderstruck. So, that will do it for this video, folks. I appreciate everyone who has supported us here on Midlife Crits. I'm looking forward to BlizzCon this November. If you could, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think of these videos down below in the comments. And also, thank you to our patrons over on Patreon for supporting the channel. It really helps out. Every bit helps. And once the community tab is activated, anyone who gives on Patreon, regardless of level, will be added to that community tab, along with anyone who hits that sponsor button here on YouTube or subscribes to us on Twitch. So, for Midlife Crits, this is Cornell, and we'll see you on the couch.